crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadroad.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. I posted on YouTube the latest Jenny Moonstone discussion on silver that I usually put on the private road for private road members. I put the first half on YouTube. I think it's so important that everybody gets all information on silver, from what's going on the COMEX, this futures and options trading platform where the price is set, to what's going on with the physical market with my discussions with Andy Scheckman, Miles Franklin. If you need silver, Andy at milesfranklin.com. Send him an email. He can get you physical silver. There's very little time left for this, my friends. Jenny and I talk about, I think, and Jenny thinks, silver's in a great place. Price, no. But who cares about price? Price is irrelevant. Price is set on some futures and options exchange that nobody believes is true. The setup for silver has never been better in the last 170 years for silver to break free of the criminals. I can't tell you if it's going to happen today, tomorrow, next week, or next month. I think it'll happen next year. What is the price of silver? Nobody knows. Nobody in their right mind even considers knowing. Silver hasn't been freely priced in 170 years. That's how important this is to the criminal banksters. In the second half of our discussion, on the private road, we talk about the people who are currently in charge of trying to rig the price and how much they're going through. We talk about Dawn DeBerry Stump, the CFTC commissioner, who abruptly left her position a year and 3 months before her position was supposed to be terminated. This is a 5-year term. And for some reason, the CFTC kept saying, oh, yeah, she's going to finish out her 5-year term in like 4 years. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous what these people, they think just because it's the government and they say something, we're supposed to believe it. This is all part of the process of waking people up. Canada is going through it at rapid pace. The U.S. is right behind. Canadian freedom fighters are getting all their accounts frozen. Not just their, everybody thinks, oh, you're going to freeze my account, so what, how much in the bank? They freeze your 401k. They freeze your credit cards. They'll go after your house next, all your possessions, your car. This is how criminal these people are. And it shows how weak they are because of their reaction. And Jenny talks a lot about that. But go check this out on YouTube. It's called Silver Spiritual Power Will Destroy Criminal Market Riggers. And she's on it. She knows her shit. Go check it out. But yes, we're in the best possible position for silver right now, especially if you don't have any. My God. I've said this before, but as of today, if I had known nothing about silver for the past 20 years I've been in it, and then all of a sudden I was fully knowledgeable about all the facts right now, I would sell everything I had and just load up on silver, thanking the Lord that I have this opportunity to buy silver that's so crazy cheap. 79-to-1 gold-silver ratio. You can't make this shit up. I'm not saying they can't set the price at minus $40 like they did in oil. They can. Because it's the price is fake. Physical silver in your own possession, the real thing, that's the real thing. And the criminals that run our country, the guys like Biden and Trudeau and Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell was put in his position as head of the Fed for one reason, and one reason only. He set up the transfer of the derivative book of massive amount of toxic derivatives from Bankers Trust to Deutsche Bank back in the 1990s. And all that's coming home to roost. The Fed, it has been shown, go to Wall Street on parade. The Fed bailed out Deutsche Bank to the matter of trillions already. Trillions. They are printing money and giving away derivatives of money. I mean, money is a derivative. Something that derives its value from something else. A Federal Reserve note is not money. A bond is not money. What is money? I don't know. It's whatever we decide is money. And what is currency? The constitutional definition of the dollar is what is it, 380 something ounces or grains of silver. It's like trying to remember back then, it was like 0.85, I think, or something like that of an ounce was $1. And then gold was priced off that. Nobody rescinded those orders back in the day. As a matter of fact, if you look at the gold and silver eagles that are being printed now, or minted now, by the criminals at the mint. There's good guys and bad guys in the mint, don't get me wrong. At one point, they had the largest short position. Yes, they hedged their book. And it was UBS running the short, as well as, who was the other bank? No, it wasn't UBS, it was HSBC. Was running the U.S. government short position. And by law, they're supposed to be minting U.S. silver eagles in quantities to meet demand. And they changed that law when I was one of the most vocal. Ted Butler was very vocal. They changed the law. But they didn't change the meaning of the law. All they said was, okay, who gets to decide if we're meeting demand or not? And that's the U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. That's just insane. I mean, it's like giving the criminals the decision, okay, is the sky blue? And everybody looks up and sees the sky blue, but the Treasury Secretary says, nope, the sky is black, it's not blue. And so all of a sudden, we're supposed to believe that the sky is not blue. The sky is blue, meaning they should be minting so many of these silver eagles that they're overflowing. There shouldn't be a $8, $9, $10 premium on silver eagles. It's illegal for them to do that, and they can't blame COVID anymore. COVID's over. And even no matter what the Democrats say, COVID's over. Even California's mask-free. Woo! I'm going to have a mask burning party. Look at these. Burning party. And it's never come back. We already fell for it for 2 years. It's never coming back. So go check out this discussion. Let's look at the silver price. Pretty strong. Remember, we're shooting for the 200-day moving average. This is, obviously it's a small victory, but it clears the way to $30 silver, which clears, if we clear $30, $32 silver, we're going to go right towards 50. I think we cut through 50 like a knife through butter, a hot knife through butter. Why? Because nobody knows what the price of silver is anymore because it's massively rigged. And there's so many short positions. Bank of America added 800 million ounce short position by taking out silver leases. Because they got to pay them back. Unless JP Morgan and Bank of America have some kind of deal. Which is probably true. And as a matter of fact, Jenny and I look into the head of the Bank of America. Moynihan. Really interesting. I learned a lot from what Jenny had to say. She didn't know who the guy was. I just hold up a picture and she says what he's going through. It's pretty cool. And no, I don't just depend on psychics, but I don't shy away from anything. Show me a conspiracy theory. Let me figure out whether it's true or not. Don't let the media tell me if it's true or not. Show me a psychic's prediction. Let me figure it out if they know what they're talking about. I don't think that the future's set also. So, obviously the timelines can always be wrong. Silver could go crazy tomorrow. It could go crazy in 50 years. But imagine how many people will know the truth. And that's the key. You got to bring in all the information, all the conspiracy theories. I even look at Jeffrey Christian, what he says. I laugh at it 99% of the time, of CPM Group. There's basically two people telling you that silver supply and demand are equal. And one is the CPM Group, Jeffrey Christian's company that was set up by Goldman Sachs. And the other is the Silver Institute, which is a joke. That was set up by the Silver Users Association. Tell me another commodity that has a Users Association. Where's the oil Users Association? The gasoline Users Association. The copper Users Association. The corn Users Association. There's only one. Silver, the most important commodity on the planet. Why? Because it is a bank killer. Why is it a bank killer? Because the too big to fail banks, a tiny handful of banks, any of them goes down, everything goes down, have decided they're going to rig the silver market, and now they're stuck. They've been rigging it for so long, and so much information is out there now. Anybody watching my stuff, anybody watching David Morgan stuff, Ted Butler stuff, on down the line, Wall Street Silver guys, spreading truth that there's a massive, massive, massive conspiracy to hold down the price of silver and to control the price of gold. But they have so much gold, it doesn't matter. Just look at all the gold the banks have taken into their own possession lately. They know we're going back to a gold-silver standard. I've always said, I don't think we can do a silver standard. There's not enough silver. Well, there's not enough silver at $23 silver. There's enough silver at $23,000 silver. The problem is price. The problem is always price because the price is artificial. If you're a big hedge fund just learning this story, go to your boss and teach him about silver. Go to Road to Ruta and look up silver. Do a search. You can search for anything. Silver manipulation, JP Morgan's rigging of silver. Just look up silver. There's thousands of articles. I even stopped writing articles like 4 or 5 years ago when I started YouTube. So much information out there about the rigging of silver and the criminals behind it. Speaking of criminal, it's going to be an ugly weekend. Biden's saying he wants to go to war. The Canadian government is literally coming down and arresting its own people for public protests. They can blame the trucks. They can blame whatever they want. These are evil, evil people. You notice it was the two of the largest countries run by the monarchy of England that are revolting against their government, finally, because they are the most oppressed, Australia and Canada. And the government still thinks they're in control because the Queen of England tells them they are. I don't think the Queen of England is around anymore. I don't know how many fake governments there are. The only thing I can figure with Trudeau in Canada is that the good guys are controlling him to show the world just how bad we are off. And when the Canada thing breaks sideways and it comes to the USA, there's not many people who believe in our government, any government. Republicans don't believe in Democrats. Democrats don't believe in Republicans. Both sides know they got snookered. I'm about freedom. I hate political parties. They're both criminals. The left and the right are criminals. How about truth and honesty? How about returning to our Constitution? How about liberty and freedom? That's what I'm going to be preaching as we go on the road starting March 5th on the Freedom Roadshow. Anyway, Ottawa police begin making arrests to squash Freedom Convoy. I love the perfect name for this insurrection, as they call it. Oh my God, the Freedom Convoy. How can you fight against freedom, Canada? Maybe you never were free. Maybe your prime minister, Trudeau, is it prime minister there? I don't know what it is. Pledges his allegiance to the Queen of England, which he does. When he's sworn in, he pledges his allegiance to the Queen of England. Same with Australia. Why in this day and age? Because that's where the deep set top of the cabal lies. Of course, it can go higher above that, even into the ET realm if you really want to go down that. But on the road to Ruta, we don't block anything off because we need all information. And then you put it all together and you make up your own mind. To my friend Dick Allgaier, make up your own mind. I get that you're getting all this information on who controls the world. It doesn't have to be that way. Our future's not set like that. Our future is set on how we make it. I live in the United States of America, the greatest, most free country in the world. And freedom will come back to my country. And it'll come back probably with the blood of patriots. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I do know it's something to fight for. Freedom and liberty are absolutely something to fight for. Canada, I stand behind the truckers 1,000%. 1,000%. Keep it up. You are winning. Now they get angry, and then you win. Great article here on the organic prepper, how to prepare for the American Freedom Convoy based on what's happening in Canada. Canada is the beginning of something that's going to come to the U.S. I think it's being constructed. I really do. Just to show how much control these governments think they have and then how much they actually don't have. And this is coming to the USA. Joe Biden, let's go, Brandon. Good luck stopping American truckers. And all you have to do is have an inkling that there's a tiny bit of Democratic government control coming over the freedom of the United States of America truckers. You are dust. You are over. It will be over instantaneously. And they know it. The bad guys are completely powerless. They just go on the mainstream media, which is going away. Oh my God. Rachel Maddow gone. Anderson Cooper gone. Cuomo gone. Don Lemon gone. Where are all these people? Clinton under... I don't know why she isn't arrested yet. It's like you go down the line, it's like, okay, I hope the good guys know what the hell they're doing, because it's getting annoying. But it's exposed. Now we know. Russia hoax was her. Everything that the Democrats wanted to do to Trump should be done to the Democrats now, right? Right? They called for it. Let's do it. Yeah. But what are the Democrats saying? What's Joe Biden saying? The only thing he can say when we're on the brink of financial collapse. U.S. going to war with Russia over Ukraine would court destruction of the known world. They want to go to Russia because they have nothing left. There is nothing left except a war. And they don't care if it destroys humanity. They know they're already destroyed. They don't care. So U.S. sends its most brilliant person to discuss with the Russians. Kamala Harris. Oh my God. What's she going to talk about? Diversity? She didn't even know much about diversity, just her talking points. Talk about an empty-headed suit. Kamala Harris going there to negotiate a war that could end human civilization. Thankfully, the Russians know what's going on behind the scenes. They know she's a prop. Thankfully, they know Biden's just a prop. There are cooler heads prevailing behind the scenes. The people really in charge are not the people like Kamala Harris. But VP Harris warns Putin. U.S. now says there's 190,000 Russian troops near Ukraine. This is not going to end well for the United States of America. I don't think we're going to war. I think we'll just be proven to be an empty suit. The current administration will proven to be empty and void. 35,000 people work directly or indirectly for the government. Not 35 million. That's over 10% of the United States works for the government. It was never supposed to be that way. A tiny, tiny federal government. A tiny federal government. We have so much waste and so many taxes. And the IRS is completely corrupt. All of it is a fraud. It makes you want to move out, but where are you going to move? I still live in Northern California. I am going to fight for what I think is right. I don't want to run away. I'm not going to run away. And you shouldn't run away either. This is your country, but you need to earn it and fight for it. However, which way you can. On the road to Ruta, we go out on the road. We're going to sing about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have friends come out and meet us on the road. Jenny's coming to Phoenix. And Litecoin Lisa, Clint Westwood. We got all kinds of people coming out on the road. Ken Swartz is going to be in Albuquerque. So the start of the road show is March 5th in Sonoma. Andy Scheckman will be out there. Santa Barbara, going to be a hoot. I went to school in Santa Barbara, by the way. A lot of friends down there are coming. LA, Bitcoin Ben's going to be in LA at the same place, the Tilted Kilt, his favorite bar. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. San Diego, we're going to have a hoot again. I think Andy's coming to San Diego also. Not sure on that. Phoenix on the 19th, Albuquerque on the 26th. This is what you can do. You can come out and support the cause. You can tell all your friends, hey, just come out and check out these crazy people talking about freedom and cryptocurrencies and silver and the problems and the conspiracies and everything. Everything is on the table as it should be. Anyway, you want to join the Road to Ruta, hit subscribe today. We're going to send you 50 T-Fuel loaded on paper wallets. Don't worry, all you Theta holders. Theta just improves every day. The price might not improve, but nobody knows what Theta is. Theta is more important than Apple as a technology stock. It's more important than any technology stock. Theta is the future of the internet. When all the technology investors say, oh my God, Theta's not a cryptocurrency. That's a technology company. Samsung's going to download that software, the Edge node, on every single smart TV on the planet. And every owner of a Samsung TV is going to be earning T-Fuel using T-Drop for their NFTs. And all they have to do is keep their television plugged in, and they're going to share broadband with the world, solving the world's number one technological problem right now, which is lack of broadband capacity. Voila. What's a larger, more important crypto than something that saves every other crypto? Because without broadband technology, cryptos don't work. Without broadband expansion, cryptos don't work. It has to be fast and has to be easy. And if the internet gets clogged up, forget about it. And all these new high definition, everything is massive amount of bandwidth. Massive. And no country is building out their infrastructure enough to meet the growth and the need for more capacity. Every time, 5K TV, how much capacity does that use? Massive. There's only one way to do it. And that's a software download that doesn't cost anything to download the software to every single. It's an overnight thing that Samsung could do and Sony could do. They just wanted, the Theta team and all the people involved in Theta wanted to do it organically. At some point, the problem will be obvious that the internet is just too clogged. And to go to a system like a crypto system, you have to have a wide open, high-speed internet available to everybody. That's what Theta offers. Anyway, join. If you don't know anything about cryptos but want to get some, we give out 50 T-Fuel loaded on a paper wallet and send it to your front door with every 1-year subscription to the Road to Ruta. Go to roadtoruta.com, hit subscribe today, and you'll find out more information. All right. You can get your tickets for the Roadshow. Click on Roadshow, and it has all the dates there and where it will be. For example, the first one is Sonoma at the Real and Brand, great restaurant in Sonoma, 401 Grove Street. It's on Saturday from 2 to 6. We're doing the show Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. Wednesday nights, Saturday midday. We're gonna stay late. Don't worry. It says 6 p.m., but hey, you never know. When you've been to one of these, they tend to go on to the wee hours. So come hang out with us. Again, the first one is March 5th. This is Bix Weir. Gonna leave you with some sizzle from the Roadshow. I'll talk to you guys later.